Hey guys, Sunbricks, and guys, to me about these new Dragon Ball superhero figures right here. We finally got some more right here. I'm pretty excited to talk about. So let's get started right here with Piccolo. And this Piccolo right here looks amazing. Look at this figure. This thing right here looks really cool. Love this form of course, Piccolo right here. Actually, I'm a big fan of it. In the film, I was, of course, hyped. This thing was so cool. You can see, of course, the detail on it's actually pretty good. You can see right here with this, of course, uniform right here looks pretty nice. It does, of course, have some damage, some little scuffings. Looks pretty good. I would say the pose right here is also really nice. I do like it a lot. Really cool. Of course, you can see the logo right here. Pretty awesome. So I'm really happy with this one right here. The price point, $84.99. The thing is, I realized with this, of course, brand, the Bandai ones, they're pretty expensive lately. I remember like a year ago, I think Frieza and Goku was only like around 54 bucks, and this right here, you only get one figure, and it's $84.99. So that's pretty expensive in my opinion. I might be tempted, but damn, that price point does, of course, like freak me out a little bit. The size of this figure is actually pretty decent. It's around like 10 inches tall right here. That's actually pretty tall right there. I'm actually kind of shocked how big this thing is compared to these figures. So that's pretty good right there. The other thing is releasing August of 2023. So that's awesome. It's coming out this year. So I might be very tempted to get this, but I guess we'll wait and see. Now let's look at the next figure. And here we have Cell Max, and I gotta say, this thing right here is pretty cool. But the thing is, I was not really a big fan of him in the film. I really don't like when they do characters that are, of course, like huge and they just go crazy, don't really talk, they're just going, of course, going berserk. Not the biggest fan of this kind of character like this. I'm not really the biggest fan, but I would say the figure does look really good. I love, of course, the colors. They do pop. The green right here looks amazing, and the red right here also looks really good. It's actually pretty cool. Here's, of course, some good shots of the side right here. The back right here is actually pretty good. So I would say the figure does look really nice. I'm actually kind of tempted because it does look really good. The height right here is actually pretty tall, around 11 inches tall. So that's, of course, pretty decent right there. The price point, $104.99. And that's pretty expensive, but it might just be a bigger figure, it's more wider and everything, so maybe that's the price point. But damn, that price point is pretty high. But here, of course, I have the release say August of 2023, same thing as Piccolo right here. So this pretty cool figure. Might be tempted, but I guess we'll wait and see, but pretty cool. Now let's look at the last figure. And here we have the last figure, and that's going to be Beast Gohan. And this figure right here is pretty cool, but the thing is, he's not really doing the right pose. It's pretty interesting though, because from this pose, he looks like he's trying to do special being cannon, but the thing is, he's not really doing it right. You can see his hands on top of his arm right there. He's technically trying to do the pose. I just recently watched the clip too, just to see if I'm right or wrong. And you can see his hand right there is, of course, spread out like that. But the thing is, he's technically supposed to be pointing with two of his fingers, so it's like one of the things right there. He's like, he's not doing it. I don't know if it's technically based on a different pose in the film. I try to check, and I remember him doing this. I always remember him just being, of course, standing still, of course, just taking the punch when, of course, Cell Max was punching him. And then it's just like, what other scene was he doing this? I don't remember him doing this, minus when he's trying to do special beam cannon. So that's one of the things right there. Maybe it's from the beginning when he was trying to do it, but then I saw it again, he wasn't really doing that. So I would say I'm a little bit disappointed with that part, because I really do want him doing the special beam cannon, because that pose in that sequence in the film was amazing, really, really cool. But minus that, I think the figure itself looks pretty good. The hair looks pretty nice. The expression looks pretty good. The, of course, detail on his uniform right here also looks pretty good. The weathering right here on the battle damage right here also looks pretty good. So I would say that's pretty good. The price point, 60 bucks. Again, pretty expensive for the, of course, this figure right here, because like, again, their other figures are around like 38 bucks. Is the reason they're charging this much because based on the new film, I know people will buy it. So this is one of the things right there. The height, this one is a little bit tall actually. It's around 8 inches tall. Technically 7, but it's technically 8. But it looks pretty good though, I would say that. But it's just the pose throws me off a little bit. So yep, that's pretty much my thoughts about these 3 figures. I'm pretty tempted to get some of them right here, but I guess we'll wait and see. I'm really tempted to get that Piccolo, I'm not gonna lie, and the Cell Max too. This one right here I'm gonna hold off until a little bit, because there's most likely gonna be a lot of them. So I guess we'll wait and see for that. But pretty cool. I just want to let you guys know these new figures are coming out pretty soon, August of 2023. But hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Bye.